Hi. Have you ever dreaded having a difficult conversation with somebody? Well, today I'm going to show you a 6-step process that will help you go from experiencing dread and anxiety over that conversation to feeling confident and ready for it so you can approach that difficult conversation intentionally and with peace. So today's topic is how to make difficult conversations easy without having to wear a helmet. Do you ever feel like you're banging your head against the wall when you have a conversation with somebody? That's what I mean. I used to have to need a helmet, but now I know how to do this, and I'm going to share it with you. Okay, so I am Linda Boo. Oh, there we go. Okay, sorry, phone's doing weird things. I'm a Master Certified Life Coach. I am a mentor to new coaches. I'm an author, and I'm a public speaker. And I am the creator of these awesome little mini workshops for you that I just create through Facebook and, deliver them to you. So if you want to learn more about me, just go to my website at lindabooker.com. And if you want to know some other tools I have for your life that are beyond just these videos that I create, I made a little piece of paper here. You can go to lindabooker.com/tools for your life. I'm going to change these up periodically. Right now I have this one called Struggling for Change. Sorry, you see me hit my fingers like touching you, right? Struggling with change. If you're struggling with change, go here. You'll get a really great free resources to help you walk through change in a much more deliberate manner and make it feel way better. Okay, but that's enough about that. Okay, so joining me live, hello. If you're joining me live, that's fantastic. Back to difficult conversations and how to make them easy without having to wear a helmet. Okay, so I had this client and she was telling me about that she was kind of dreading a conversation. It was with a guy who they had dated, and then he kind of disappeared. I don't know if that's ever happened to you, but yeah, he disappeared. And, she was feeling a little indignant about the whole thing. And as I was walking her through how to make it better for herself, because that's what we do as life coaches. We can't change other people, but we can help our clients feel better themselves, right? So this is what I was helping her do. And I came up with this really great process that I'm sharing with you today. And it's so super cool. I'm very excited about it. Okay, so this was a difficult conversation, right? Okay, so here's the thing to remember. As humans, with everything we ever want, okay, what we're really after is a feeling state, okay? We might want to feel respected. We might want to feel peaceful. Might want to feel fun, right? There's a lot of different feeling states we're after. So you want to definitely keep that in mind. And that is going to bring me to our step one. So all you're going to need to do this, and you don't have to do it right now, but when you're going to prep for a difficult conversation, all you need is a pen and paper, okay? And I'm going to give you the 6 steps to get yourself all ready for that and make it go from difficult to easy. Okay, step 1 is about feeling. I want you to imagine the feeling that you want to have when the conversation is over. So how do you want to walk away from this conversation? Do you want to feel empowered? Do you want to feel happy? Do you want to feel proud of yourself, right? Okay. Think about the feeling you want to have, okay? And write it down. After you write it down, I want you to time yourself, set your timer. 67 seconds, I want you to feel that exact feeling. 67 seconds, okay? Step 2, boil down your message. What are the main points that you want this other person you're conversing with to know? What are the main points, right? We can get off on tangents, we can get all crazy, right? But what are the main points? I want you to be true to yourself and think about what you truly want this person to know. And I want you to write that down, make a list of the main points. Then read them and remove everything on that list that is put there to try to convince, cajole, explain, or elicit guilt. Because that's not clean. We want a nice clean conversation because there's no clean emotions you're going to come out with if you don't have a clean conversation. You want to feel really good about this conversation when you're done. So you've got to be feeling really good about all the components of the conversation from your end. You can't control what the other person's doing, but from your end, okay? So, I want them to know that this is not right. They shouldn't have done that to me. Okay, that's like, right, a little indignant. Does that make you feel good when you say that? Probably not. What do you really want this person to know? Okay, you have to think about it. So this list, you're going to kind of be scribbling a lot, right? What is the true things that you want them to know? And for each thing that you want to let them know, you got to ask yourself, why? Why do I want to let them know this particular thing, right? Okay, so that's going to be important. Step 3, package it with a bow, okay? So what that means is the points that you're going to offer in this conversation, they need to be offered in a kind, giving spirit, right? So I want you to imagine what it feels like to give a gift to somebody, okay? Imagine that feeling. And then take your list and rewrite it in a kind, giving spirit, okay? And notice how that feels. After you rewrite it, notice how you feel now, okay? Intention, step 4, intention, okay? Here's your intention. Intend to let the other person off the hook. That person does not owe you an explanation, okay? And I want you to also intend for you to let yourself off the hook, because you don't owe that other person an explanation either. If you have communication that has only the essential points and it's given in a kind and loving spirit, keeping someone on the hook, yourself or anyone else, kind of strays from that spirit, okay? And what all it does when you have someone on the hook, yourself or someone else, it just makes everyone defensive. And that is poisonous to a conversation, and it gets everybody nowhere, okay? So let yourself off the hook, let the other person off the hook for an explanation. Nobody owes anybody an explanation, okay? Number 5, step 5, practice, okay? Read back your communication. You got this list, you've been tweaking it, right? Read it back and imagine reading it not from the person, you, giving this conversation, but imagine being the receptor of these main points, right? You know, these main points should be disarming to the receptor, right? Now, whether or not that happens, we don't know about the other person, but think about if you were in the other person's shoes, right? How would it feel to be told these particular things in this particular way, okay? And here's what you got to ask on the receiving end. Are the main points essential? Do they really need to be communicated, okay? Is it clear, right? And is it kind, okay? And then just tweak your list as necessary. And step 6, there we go, 6, it's conversation time. Okay, before the conversation, right before, okay, like I remember being on the phone and you know, I was gonna make a phone call for this conversation. So I sat on the couch, I sat Indian style, took a couple nice deep breaths to prepare myself for this conversation. And I want you now to invoke that feeling state that you want to have at the end of the conversation. Do it again. You did it first when you were kind of preparing what you were gonna say. Now that it's conversation time, go back into that feeling again. 67 seconds, seriously, right? How do you want to feel? Imagine, right? Imagine that and invoke this feeling. So that entails like, imagine walking away from this conversation, satisfied that you said your piece, proud of yourself, right? That you didn't fly off the handle, you know, turn into an ugly monster, whatever. Proud of yourself for having communicated, for having stood up for yourself, whatever it is. Imagine being proud of yourself. Remind yourself that the other person may not have seen this video, so they might not know these 6 steps. They might be coming at you, I don't know. If you need to be a master shit dodger ninja, like I did in that other video, go watch that video. But just remember, the other person may not have seen this video. They might not know these points like you know, and that's okay, because you're here to show up for what's true and right for you and deliver these points in a kind, essential way, okay? And remind yourself also when that other person's in this conversation that wherever they're going with this is more likely about them than it is about you. So hold your ground and be true to yourself. My challenge to you is to imagine a conversation that you are going to have in the future and do these 6 steps. And I know that you got this. If you enjoyed today's little mini workshop, Tools for Your Life, please like this video, please comment on it, and by all means, please share it. Share it with those people that you might have conversations with on a regular basis, right? And then tune in next week for another mini workshop. More Tools for Your Life coming at you every Thursday at 3 o'clock on Facebook Live. And remember, more Tools for Your Life. I'm still hanging out with this one right now. If you're struggling with big change, definitely go to lindabucher.com/toolsforyourlife. And I think that's it for today. My name is Linda Bucher. It's so awesome that you are watching this. I hope you're getting a whole bunch out of it, as my intention is for you, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye.